Am I overthinking or am I painting the red flags orange? This comes from the OK Storytime subreddit. Let's get into it. I, 34 female, and my husband, 36 male, have been together 10 years, married more than half of those. To give a little somewhat background into what has led up to me wondering if I'm overthinking or trying to hold on to something that is not going to work out. We were friends for quite a while that just ended up catching feelings and moving things faster than we planned. But had a great relationship between just me and him. The only issue that's been the problem and has become a huge issue is his mother, who lives with us. That's bad. She has always absolutely hated me and has stated many times that she wishes I would not be alive. Even has tried to poison me. That is really not good and very toxic. Tried setting my husband up with other women while I was away dealing with really bad health conditions. For the first few years, he would defend me when she would get really hurtful with her comments or behavior toward me. He was also perfectly fine with me going out with friends and stuff like that, and when she would accuse me of going out and cheating, he would defend me. Then it became less and less that he would defend me. It got to the point where he no longer liked for me to go out. He wouldn't say it directly, but he would make remarks through text like, "I hope you're having fun while I'm stuck at home listening to my mom talk smack." Eventually, I just stopped going out because it was easier than dealing with his text and the silent treatment I'd received when I got home. It just became going to work and going home. Then it became them waiting for me to go home, to go anywhere or eat, which my schedule was to leave work 4 to 5 hours after my husband got home from work. If I'm running late, I'm getting angry texts and calls that they are hungry and want to go somewhere, and it will probably close by the time I get home. That is their problem. They are adults. I get blamed for anything negative that happens, such as someplace closing before we get there or something being out of stock. I no longer get defended. Instead, I hear both of them talking about me working too much or saying I can't be at work that much. I have to be somewhere else. I've brought it up to my husband, and he says sometimes it just seems like that. When I'm home, I typically sit on the corner of the couch by myself and don't get acknowledged even when I do talk or unless I get up and go to lay down. When I get asked why I'm not staying up there, I've been going to a single mom friend of mine's more often so I can give her a break from her child, and every time I do, it ends up becoming a fight and end up getting told just stay the night, only to be told or to get told the next day that him saying that means to come home. That is very toxic. Yeah, you should definitely leave this dude because that's not how you react in a relationship. Anytime I ask for someone for something, it's always I gotta do this or that for my mom first. Even going to bed, if I go to bed at 11 and his mom is still up, he will stay up with her till she goes to bed. I can't do laundry or shower because his mom was about to go do a load or get in the shower. I always come second to her, and when I try to explain this to him, he just says, "Well, you are picky about how things are done, so you can do your stuff." In more recent years, I have mentioned wanting a child of my own, even though I consider his and his first marriage as mine, since we've had full custody of him, and I've been his only mother figure since he was 3. And the answer is always no. My mom wouldn't be happy about us having one, and just no. I brought up several times that it makes me question what makes me good enough to raise his child, but not good enough to have one. His answer is, I choose to have a relationship with you because you provide the stability I need to raise my child. Leave. Leave him, because that's not okay. Ever since he said that the first time, I cannot help but think that once our son turns 18 and he doesn't have the stability, he's gonna divorce me, and I would have wasted my fertile years with someone who never truly cared about me as a person, only what I could bring to the table. I honestly don't feel heard or respected in the relationship anymore. I try and have discussions with him about how I'm feeling and about needing reassurance that I am actually wanted in this relationship and that he wants to forever with me, and he just says, "Uh-huh, I do," while he's watching videos on his phone. I really want to know, or I really want to try and make this work, but I'm really tired of being put last while I'm being expected to answer everyone's beck and calls and sacrifice my own needs and wants for everyone else. Sorry about the long post, but I needed an unbiased advice. I'm gonna find funny if he does see this post, but I just need to know if my mind is just turning small things into big things, or if I'm holding myself back from happiness trying to provide stability for others. So here's the thing. Your happiness should not come last, first of all. And it's supposed to be you and him in the relationship, not you and his mother. The fact that he has stopped defending you and literally told you that the only reason that he is with you is so he has stability to take care of his kid from a previous marriage and is not willing to have kids with you, girl, leave. That just leave. That is so disrespectful, and you deserve so much more than that. And that goes for anybody who's going through something like that. You should never have to tolerate that. And so it says, "I'm so sorry your husband is disrespectful. I think his mom is his priority, and it really is time to make yourself a priority, as these people have zero respect, thought, or love for you. Get a divorce lawyer and live your best life without him." I agree. And she replied to that and said, "That honestly is what it's been getting closer to as time goes on. I've been trying to give him the chance to provide that he actually wants us to work, or to prove that he actually wants us to work. But so far, the lack of effort has gotten extremely low, and the way I'm seeing his treatment more lately is more like property than a person. I don't feel like I need a lawyer, as we don't have our finances tied together. Get a lawyer regardless." Somebody said, "Get a lawyer regardless. You've been together long enough that assets being assets would be in the question. You can also attempt to get visitation custodies of your son. Did you ever formally adopt him? And is his biological mother been involved anyway or have any rights?" And she says, "I have never been able to officially adopt him. His biological mother refuses to give up the rights, even though she has nothing to do with him. I don't plan on fighting for any real assets except for my personal belongings, but we'll have that on retainers. That is the plan. I have roughly $500 saved so far." Yeah, please move on from this relationship. But yeah, that was all. I'll see you guys in the next post. Bye.